Archangel Michael says, tonight a hidden rule that was sealed long before you took your first breath is awakening from its eternal silence. It is not a coincidence you are reading this now, it was orchestrated. Something invisible but destined is rising and will begin altering your current reality before this message ends. You are standing at the invisible door between who you thought you were and who you were always meant to become. This door, once closed for generations, is creaking open because the spiritual contract written in your name has reached activation time. Heaven has waited for this precise hour when your energy is aligned enough to handle the divine truth. For years, you have sensed that there is something pulling you. Something whispering in quiet moments that your story is more significant than what others see. That feeling wasn't just emotion, it was a silent pull from the soul, a tug from a law older than the planets. A rule of divine favor that was etched into existence the day your soul was chosen for this path. Archangel Michael says, there is a force behind everything that's been shaking your life recently. You weren't being punished, you were being positioned. And now the rule takes full effect, your name is now known in the realm where fate is rewritten. Type Amen to get blessing 333. People you thought were irrelevant suddenly find themselves thinking about you. Situations you thought ended are resurfacing not to trap you but to release the version of you that was trapped inside. Your silence has been misunderstood, but your power is not improving anything, your power is in what's now arriving. You are about to step into a phase where even your absence will speak volumes. A phase where those who underestimated you will sit in disbelief at what you've become. What they tried to take from you will now return multiplied. There is a document written by the heavens, your soul contract, that is unfolding in full speed. This is why people have left, why storms came, and why confusion tried to claim your peace. But none of that worked, because this rule cannot be stopped by chaos. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The reason they turned their backs on you wasn't rejection. It was rerouting. Your life was being moved away from those who had no seat in the place you're going. The higher realm has cleared space and now your energy is attracting exactly what is yours. The rule says, once the awakening starts, nothing can reverse it. This means the doors they tried to keep shut are now crumbling. The opportunities that ignored you are now watching you rise. Archangel Michael says, your name is being whispered in conversations that are meant to honor you. Plans are being changed for your arrival. Delays are turning into divine launches. Type Amen to get blessing 444. From this moment, everything that had no explanation will begin to reveal its purpose. Your detours were secretly sacred paths. The confusion was not punishment, it was protection. There are people who once used you who will now be used to elevate you. That's the justice this rule brings. What harmed you must now help you. The reversal has already begun, and it will feel like sudden light after years of fog. You may feel emotional and tired, but don't mistake tiredness for defeat. What you're feeling is the final shake before the shift. Your destiny has been buried under expectations and betrayals, but the rule is uncovering it tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 111. You are no longer who you were yesterday. That version of you had no access to the activated rule. But now the version stepping forward carries the authority of the divine blueprint. Your success will no longer depend on who supports you. The time of begging for space in people's lives is over. you will now attract those who already recognize your worth. This rule is so old, even your ancestors whispered about it. Some prayed that it would not be forgotten. And now that it's alive again, they are rejoicing in the heavenly realms for your awakening. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You might feel a sudden urge to cry, but not because of sadness, it's the soul finally releasing the pressure it carried. For years, it waited for this permission to become. And now that the permission is here, it feels the rush of freedom like wind hitting a long caged bird. The spiritual winds are shifting your name to places you didn't think you'd reach. But now you're not going as a beggar, you're going as the appointed one. What once made you weak is the very thing making you wise. The people who laughed at your silence will soon listen to your voice. Not out of guilt, but because your energy will demand their respect. This is the era where your authority cannot be ignored. Type Amen to get blessing February 2022. Archangel Michael says, this divine law is not activated by applause, it is activated by alignment. That's why your pain was not for nothing. It realigned your spirit back to your divine purpose. You are now entering a space where divine timing is accelerating. Delays are being destroyed and detours are being dissolved. The old cycles will begin to feel foreign to you. You'll wake up one morning and the same things that used to trouble you won't even touch your spirit anymore. That's the shift this rule causes. It upgrades your inner world before the outer changes. And when your energy levels up, reality follows. Type Amen to get blessing 808. You are becoming untouchable to what used to break you. The rule blocks it from getting near you. People may try to bring old conversations, but they won't find the old version of you. The old timeline has expired. The spiritual expiration date has passed on all the people and places that held you back. And now only the people aligned with your legacy will enter. If you feel alone, don't panic, it's because new connections are being formed behind the scenes. The rule demands that your environment matches your new elevation. So what is being taken is making space. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. You might notice strange shifts, things you never applied for may call your name. People you've never spoken to may suddenly reach out with favor. All of this is not random, it is written in the rule. There are blessings older than your pain that are arriving to cancel out the delay. It's not just compensation, it's restoration, the kind of restoration that makes up for every lost year. Your laughter is being restored. Your light is coming back stronger. And your legacy is being written right now in gold ink. Type Amen to get blessing 555. If you've been betrayed, misunderstood, or falsely judged, the rule turns that into divine evidence. Heaven has kept record of every silent tear. And now those tears are being turned into fuel. The more they laughed, the more fuel was added to your rise. The more they doubted you, the more power your return will carry. That's what the rule does. It turns your rejection into reputation. Even your silence has a sound in the spirit realm now. When you speak, dimensions will shift. When you move, new doors will tremble open. Type Amen to get blessing 144. Archangel Michael says, many have tried to delay this moment, but none succeeded. Every delay became a part of the setup. The heartbreak was the blueprint. You are not a mistake, you are the rule's manifestation in human form. The fulfillment of prayers you didn't know were being prayed over your name. You were not forgotten, you were being formulated. And now the formation is complete. The crown is already fit in your spirit, even if your eyes don't see it yet. Type Amen to get blessing 616. What used to drain you will now disgust you. You'll no longer compromise just to be liked. The rule rewrites your identity in bold and sacred letters. You were made for moments like this. The mess prepared you for the miracle. Your footsteps are now carrying the rhythm of divine favor. The loss you faced was sacred subtraction. And now divine multiplication begins. Heaven never subtracts unless it's preparing to multiply. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. From this moment, you'll begin to notice unusual patterns, calls at odd hours, unexpected money, divine connections. That's not luck, that's the rule in motion. It's working in silence but showing results in public. Your future is not behind a wall anymore, it's approaching you fast. And every enemy who said it was impossible will soon have to adjust their tone. You are not late, you are perfectly timed. Your name is written in light, and the universe now knows it. Celebrate in silence, for this is the divine reveal. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. There is no going back. This rule is irreversible. Every part of your life is now moving forward, whether it feels like it or not. You are the storm and the calm, you are the miracle and the message. And you are now moving in divine rhythm with destiny. Every blessing attached to this rule is now activated. You don't need to do more, just remain aligned. The heavens have already moved in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. You are walking into a version of yourself that others will not recognize. But it was always within you. The silence you endured is about to become the roar of your arrival. Everything within you is shifting to match the timeline that was promised the moment your soul took form. What others saw as weakness was only the sacred pause. Now the acceleration begins. People who forgot your name will hear it loudly in rooms where decisions are made. Your footsteps are being ordered. Nothing is by chance anymore. Every delay, detour, and door that was once closed was only part of the divine choreography. Type Amen to get blessing 171. From this moment, your life becomes confirmation. You don't need to prove anything, the results will speak. The rule has authorized your breakthrough. Every room you walk into will start responding to your energy. You'll notice people looking at you differently, sensing something they can't explain. That something is the glow of divine rule manifesting through your presence. What once was hard will begin to feel light. What once confused you will now make sense. You'll begin to understand why you had to lose so much, it was to become much more. Type Amen to get blessing 2002. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming what the rule had prepared since your first breath. There are celebrations being prepared with your name on them. Places you haven't even dreamed of yet are being made ready for you. And people who carry pieces of your destiny are now being divinely pushed toward your path. There's a sacred wind behind you now. It's moving you even when you feel still. It's aligning miracles and rerouting losses into blessings. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. This is your divine comeback. Not just from failure, but from silence. You will be louder in presence than ever in words. They will not understand how you've changed so quickly. But it's not quick, it's timed. The rule was always counting the moments behind the scenes. The days of begging for validation are over. The days of shrinking yourself for others' comfort are ending. You now walk in the fullness of a promise that never died. Type Amen to get blessing 424. Archangel Michael says, this activation doesn't come with warning because it doesn't need approval. It is the consequence of obedience. The reward for not giving up. Your story is now the testimony. Your trials are now the evidence. And your name is now being added to a list only the chosen ones are placed on. Heaven has released what it was holding. It's already done in the spirit, it's now arriving in the physical. Be prepared for it to happen suddenly. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You will find yourself in spaces you once only dreamed of. The very dreams that felt impossible are now instructions being fulfilled. They were never random, they were previews. You'll feel moments of déjà vu, don't ignore them. That's the rule, letting you know you've caught up to divine timing. That's your confirmation that you're walking exactly as written. From this moment, the past can no longer claim you. It served its purpose and now releases you into your prophetic future. Your spirit will feel lighter even if nothing seems to have changed yet. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Everything you speak now carries weight, every decision you make is a doorway. Be mindful of your voice. It is not ordinary anymore. People who ghosted you will want access again. Not because you've changed but because your energy demands respect now. Some will apologize, and others will pretend nothing happened. Forgive them, but don't return to who you were. The rule is not reversible. What was broken is behind you, and what's rising is before you. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Your energy is magnetic. It pulls what belongs to you and pushes away what's expired. This is part of the rule, it cleanses by elevation. You won't have to explain your absence anymore. You were hidden for protection, but now visibility is your portion. Your aura is glowing stronger, and your silence is louder. People will start noticing you even without trying. That's the spirit realm making sure nothing about you stays unseen anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 515. When you sleep tonight, expect dreams to change. You'll receive messages, numbers, faces, even places. Take note. They are part of the instruction manual for this new level. Your ancestors are smiling. They waited generations for this moment. Your rise is the rise of an entire bloodline. You are the interruption of generational patterns. You are the divine shift. And this rule makes sure the cycle is broken and blessed from now on. Type Amen to get blessing 141. The glow you carry is no longer dimmed by doubt. You now walk in clarity. And that clarity makes you a threat to every lie once spoken over your life. Expect resistance. It's a sign of arrival, but this time, resistance won't stop you. It will reveal how strong you've become. And every test will now turn into territory. People will say you've changed. They are right, you've become what was written all along. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Everything you touch now has the potential to multiply. Every step you take carries divine direction. There's a glow in your name that no one can dim. The people meant to walk with you will begin appearing without effort. Conversations that feel like alignment will confirm their role. And distractions will fall off like leaves in autumn. You're not just growing, you're glowing. And that glow will lead others to their own awakening. You are now walking proof that divine timing is real. Type Amen to get blessing 6161. You will notice your body reacting, shivers, goosebumps, sudden emotion. That's not random. That's your body aligning with the rule being activated. Your words carry power now. Speak life. Speak light. Speak as if it's already done, because it is. The frequency of your name has changed, it echoes differently in the spirit realm. And now blessings chase you instead of you chasing them. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. Be still when the moment feels heavy. That's the atmosphere shifting to match your level, that's the wind realigning the future to meet you now. You no longer fight to be seen. You are seen by heaven, and that's enough. Every other visibility will now be confirmation. Your laughter will sound different. Your smile will carry power. And your presence will awaken something in others. Type Amen to get blessing 747. You'll start receiving double where you were denied. You'll see opportunities come back around with better timing, and you'll realize the delay was not denial, it was preparation. This is your moment. It is written. It is alive. And it's happening whether they believe in you or not. The rule doesn't require votes. It requires surrender. And you've already done that through every tear, silence, and prayer. Type Amen to get blessing 373. Let them watch, let them wonder. Let them whisper. Your rise is not to prove, it's to fulfill. Your home will feel lighter. Your heart will feel clearer, and your spirit will feel stronger. Because this life rule was written before you were born. And now, it's finally activated. Type Amen to get blessing 33333. You are not returning to who you were, you are walking into the divine masterpiece you were always meant to become. The rule that has now been activated isn't just giving you favor, it's granting you access. Access to rooms, hearts, opportunities, and revelations that were locked for generations. You will see it begin with small signs: a delayed payment coming through, an old friend reaching out, or a strange peace replacing an old anxiety. These are confirmations, not coincidences. Each moment is aligning like puzzle pieces shaped in the heavens long before your first breath. The vibrations around you are shifting. Even animals may respond to your presence with unexpected calmness or awareness. That's the universe acknowledging your energy's divine recalibration. Type Amen to get blessing 848. This is the beginning of the reward phase. Not a reward for perfection, but for persistence. For staying when others left. For believing when everything told you not to. From here forward, you will not need to knock on doors. Doors will recognize you and open before you arrive. You were not overlooked, you were preserved. There's a difference, and that difference is why your rise will carry such weight. People who mocked you will now need your help. The rule restores with poetic accuracy. You won't need revenge because results will speak louder than any word you could ever say. Type Amen to get blessing 919. Your inner circle will begin to change without you even trying. People who drain you will fall off quietly. Those who uplift you will enter without fanfare but with sacred purpose. Be mindful of your dreams, they are now carrying coded messages. Watch for recurring symbols, names, or sequences. The heavens are not just speaking to you, they are instructing you. The gifts you didn't know you had will now start showing. Words will flow from you. Ideas will appear in your mind. That's not imagination, it's activation. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. Archangel Michael says, the battle you fought was not just for your life but for the rule to come alive. You didn't lose, it just wasn't time. And now the time has come, and nothing can stop it. You will see favor in places where rejection was once normal. You'll be welcomed where you were once avoided. And this will happen without bitterness, because your healing is stronger than your hurt. Your family's patterns are breaking because of you. The cycles of delay, fear, lack, and shame are dissolving at your feet. You're not only walking forward, you're pulling a whole bloodline into the light. Type Amen to get blessing 535. Watch how quickly things shift now. Projects you abandoned will come back to life. People you never imagined working with will appear with new offers. This is restoration in motion. You're not rising alone. Angels are walking with you. Protection has been reinforced. That's why the enemy can't reach you anymore. The same things that used to defeat you will now fear you. And your calmness will confuse those who once fed on your chaos. Your stillness is your new superpower. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Every time you feel doubt, remember this: the rule has been activated and cannot be revoked. Heaven signed it with your name. Your story is sealed in divine ink. You won't have to fight for love anymore. It will arrive healed and whole. You won't have to beg for support anymore, it will find you. And the joy you've been missing is already on its way. Everything is beginning to fall into divine order. Not because you forced it, but because it was already written. And the activation is now irreversible. Type Amen to get blessing 1144. Suddenly, people from your past will say they had a dream about you. Don't ignore it. That's the ripple of your rule disturbing those who once overlooked you. Even your silence will carry meaning now. Your absence will speak louder than your presence ever did. This is divine balance correcting everything in your favor. The energy around you is becoming unrecognizable to those who operate in deceit. They won't even know how to approach you anymore. Your frequency has outgrown manipulation. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. You're no longer in survival mode, you're in supernatural mode. Things will come easy that used to take you months to receive. What took others 10 years, you'll achieve in months. This isn't luck, it's legacy. This is the rule fulfilling itself through you. It had a timeline and today, it has gone live. Don't panic when things start moving fast. The speed is heaven's way of returning everything time tried to steal. Restoration won't be slow, it will be powerful and permanent. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. You will feel the urge to disconnect from people, apps, habits. Honor that. That's your soul choosing alignment. That's not loss, it's divine withdrawal before divine deposit. You will find yourself protected in moments that should have harmed you. That's the rule shielding you now. And its protection is stronger than any human plan against you. You're walking into miracles now. You're no longer hoping for them, you're living them. You are the fulfilled prophecy of a lineage that refused to die in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. From this point, the people who are meant to stay will feel anchored to you. You won't have to chase. You won't have to prove. You'll simply be. And that will be enough. The work of your hands will be blessed, your voice will unlock answers. Your eyes will see truths others cannot perceive. There will be favor in your walk, fire in your words, and light in your shadow. Even when you don't speak, heaven will speak through you. Even when you don't act, heaven will act on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You'll wake up in coming days and wonder why you're smiling. That's the soul rejoicing. That's the subconscious finally breathing after years of spiritual weight. Expect unexpected checks, expect unexpected calls. Expect favor that doesn't make sense to the natural mind. You've been marked for divine speed. And from here on, there's no turning back. The rule has spoken, and what it speaks, the universe obeys. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. You are now untouchable by old attacks. Your aura will repel confusion. Your path will confuse your enemies because it won't follow their logic. You were never supposed to blend in. The rule always meant for you to rise, to shift, to shatter norms. That's why your life always felt a little too loud for the box others tried to fit you into. Get ready to see everything double. Double peace. Double provision, double praise. That's the divine math of activation. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. The journey was painful, but the destination will feel like prophecy fulfilled. You will understand why you cried so much when you start laughing for no reason. The shift is not coming, it's happening. You're not reading this by accident. You are aligned. You are confirmed. You are cleared for divine launch. Archangel Michael says, "Let no man, woman, energy, or word make you doubt this." The rule was written in the heavens. And today, it lives in your breath. Type Amen to get blessing November 2011.